Vacation's over. Just checked out of the lodge. About to get back on this Ouachita Trail. Got about 18 miles today. Not gonna be too terrible. The train gets a lot better than what I just experienced coming through Oklahoma. So got a little bit of a tough start today, real rocky, but after that, should be good. 18 miles today, 40 miles over the next 2 days. It's gonna be just what I need to get back in the groove after having a 2-day vacation. So here we go. You sure do see a lot of these critters out here on the Ouachita Trail. You just look down and there they are all day. Somebody's house, just right off the trail. Nice little cabin looking place. I'm a little over a quarter of the way through the hike for the day. And man, once you get past the rocks there in Queen Wilhelmina, they were real slippery today, so I just took it slow. You're really able to kind of open up your stride on this trail. A lot of it's downhill. The only thing that's really slowed me down is just how much water. Is running down the trail. I'm trying to keep my feet from getting completely soaked, but everything got a little wet first part of this morning walking through a lot of the brush, but once you get kind of out here in some open trail, everything starts to dry up a little bit. So nice little break from the previous sections. Just climbed up this little mountain to go to a shelter to stop and grab a bite and just kind of sit down for a little bit. There was a hiker in the shelter that had hiked in from the lodge yesterday, through all that mess, and stayed here last night, which would have been my plan if I would have carried on. And so he's just kind of getting up and getting going today. And so we're kind of on the same itinerary, trying to finish on the same day, so I'm sure I'll run into him quite a few more times between now and the end of the trail. Guy's name's Peyton, a good guy. It's nice to see somebody else out here. Off to Foreign Gap Shelter for me, about 8.5 miles away. We'll check in after a little while. Mile 60, baby. 60 miles! Yeah! Nice. Only 163 to go. About 13 miles in, I'm at kind of the top of this ridge up here. It's real grown up, but you're kind of exposed. The wind's blowing pretty hard. I'm glad I layered up like I have, because it would be cold. Feeling good, not too much further for the day. I am gonna pull into Foreign Gap and stay there. I'm not gonna try to push on another 5 or so miles to the next shelter. So just a few more and I'll be there. If it was clear, you'd have a heck of a view right here. Let's see if we can hold up the camera and see if you guys can get a clear look. Telling how far that is down there, but you can see the sun shining down there. Not up here though. Sunshine down there, not sunshine up here. $64. What on earth is this? Sunshine. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Whew, that's beautiful right there. Yo, look at this guy. Good little waterfall right off the trail here. Nice. Getting back on the trail this morning. Met two hikers yesterday that we ended up sharing the shelter together, and actually had somebody reach out to me on Facebook last night offering a stay at a cabin that they own that's literally at our next stop where we were supposed to stay tonight. I am here with my friend Peyton that I met on the trail yesterday, and what you see right there is what we like to call a sunrise. They're pretty rare, or they have been the last few days. Yeah. But there one goes right there. About 12 miles in, just past mile marker 80. Got about 10 miles to go for today to get to Rock House Trailhead, where we're supposed to be getting a shuttle to a cabin. Nice guy offered me a stay at the cabin, and so I know at least Peyton that stayed at the shelter last night is gonna join me, and so it's gonna be a good night to be indoors. My left knee's kind of been bothering me, probably all that downhill and slippery rock yesterday. I must have tweaked it somehow, but I just stopped and took some Advil, hoping that will kick in. I'm gonna ease on a little bit ahead from Peyton. He was back finishing up his lunch. I'm gonna kind of just slow roll it, let that ibuprofen kick in, and try to take it easy. So mile marker 80, baby. 143 miles left. It's been going good so far.
Okay, I wanted to pause right here before we went any further. And this is kind of a disclaimer. As I just mentioned, my knee had kind of started giving me some problems, and we had a long way to go for today. And so I really didn't film a whole bunch because I was more concerned with pain tolerance and getting to the Rock House Trail Junction in time to meet Larry, who was going to pick us up there to take us to the cabin. So wanted to throw that in there. Didn't want you guys to think that I'd left anything out. I didn't film anything from this point to the time that we got to the cabin. So back to the video.
So if you were to tell me yesterday morning that I would get a message from a guy this time last night saying, hey, where are you going to be tomorrow? I have a cabin in Odin, Arkansas, exactly where I was going to be the next night. And then it worked out to where that guy picks us up and brings us to a cabin that costs $600 a night if you and your family wanted to come here and stay. It's got a jacuzzi hot tub. It sits just off the Ouachita River. It's down there, I promise. It's got a separate wing disconnected from the house that's just a game room. It's that place right there. Has a pool table, all that cool stuff. But the coolest thing, not the 2 king-size beds with private bath. The coolest thing about this cabin is it has a washer and dryer. So now all of our stuff is in there. And the reason why I'm saying "are" is because last night, whenever I heard about the offer for this cabin, I was sharing the shelter with my buddy Peyton, and there was no way I was going to take such a blessing and keep it all to myself. Just didn't feel right about that. So my man Peyton is over there. And Peyton brought real coffee. And so we're gonna have real coffee in the morning. And just when you didn't think it could get any better, we go to a place right outside of Odin called the Yellow Store that says it has the best burger this side of heaven. It was pretty good. But then when we get ready to check out all our stuff, and we bought way more stuff than just a pizza and a burger, the lady wouldn't even let me pay for my stuff. So the blessings just keep flowing. Man, this is incredible. Just wanted to share this with you guys. If you're wanting to come hike the Ouachita Trail, this is not normal. This cannot be normal. If it is, that's awesome, but I just don't think it's normal. Did I mention there was a hot tub? I'm in a hot tub. I should be sleeping in a shelter, but I think tonight I'm gonna sleep in a hot tub. Check out this cabin, man. We are getting ready to head back out to where Mr. Larry picked us up at the trail yesterday. So I kind of showed you guys last night, but here is this crazy swag cabin at Riverview Cabin here in Odin. You gotta come check this place out. This is a perfect spot for you and a few families, like 2 or 3 families together, to come rent and stay a weekend. Be well worth your time. The hot tub makes it worth every penny that you'll pay. Back on the trail this morning, and we have roughly 10 miles until we get to the 100-mile marker. So exciting times. We're gonna get back on the trail and got 18 miles a day to Suck Mountain. It's named that way for a reason. So we're gonna make our way up and hopefully be there before too long. Check out this view. Wow, that's incredible. Bluebird Day right here on the Ouachita Trail. Because I've heard that the mile 100 sign got jacked. So here we are, mile 99, just a little bit up the way, mile 100. Yeah, just as I knew it would, there's not a mile 100 marker sign, so I made my own. Only 123 left to go until we're done. This time next week, actually. That's the plan. I hope my body can handle it, but it's time for lunch. Only about a half a mile up here is a shelter. I'm gonna stop and eat lunch. So we just got through doing the infamous Suck Mountain climb, and we're walking up to the shelter right now. And the first thing I see when I look into said shelter is chairs. So I'm about to take my pack off and sit in one of these chairs. Look how pretty it is out here. Just getting started this morning, leaving Suck Mountain Shelter, headed to Highway 27 trailhead to get shuttled by Lori to go to the BlueBell to get my resupply
and to get a bacon cheeseburger. These 13 miles are gonna fly. Let's go. 111.5 miles on the Ouachita Trail, which means we're halfway done. Beautiful Sunday morning. Just a hair over 10 miles to go for today. So we're about 2 miles away from where we're going to be getting picked up by Lori and taken to the BlueBell Cafe. The other day when we had gotten the message from that guy offering me a night at his cabin, we were just kind of dreaming and talking about how, you know what, it'd be nice. I was just kind of joking if this place would have a hot tub, and as you guys saw, it definitely had a hot tub amongst other things. Staying at another cabin tonight and just kind of dreaming again, wishful thinking about whether this place is going to have a hot tub or massaging recliners or a wait staff that will bring us our drinks and food whenever we order it. Not even having to move. It'd be awesome, no matter what. Nearing single digits. Here we are. Whew, I'm about to feast. All right, so we're here at the fishing village in Story, Arkansas. And staying at one of these cabins, and we just had one wing. I have a couple of hikers that I've met in the last few days. You've probably seen on the video or hear me talk about Jesse and Peyton. We were able to get a duplex, and so we all have our own bed, all have our own shower. Fantastic. So we're gonna rest and recover, get back on the trail tomorrow, Monday, for the home stretch. Little Rock, we coming.